Welcome to another episode of Depreciation Nation, where we are once again bringing you a bargain performance exotic. But before we do that, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen so that you don't miss more awesome or epic content such as this. So, having said that, let's get right into it. Behind me, you are going to see a 1992 Acura NSX. And when this car hit the market, it was revolutionary as Honda brought it, or they stepped up their game to a level that no one anticipated. Now, this particular car belongs to our friend Benson, and we're going to get into all of the interesting features and the performance of the car here in just a little bit. But when this car launched, it featured a 6-cylinder engine making 270 horsepower with a 0 to 60 time of 5.2 seconds and a top speed north of 163 miles an hour. Now, as we talk about that, and as that might not sound so revolutionary in this day and age, keep in mind that this was 1992. And keep in mind that we were still in the infancy of modern Ferrari. And even though Ferraris were beginning to perform better, reliability was nowhere to be found. So when Honda brought this out with these performance figures, and more importantly, these incredible looks, they brought a challenge to the world that no one was quite prepared for. Now, this car, as previously mentioned, belongs to our friend Benson, and it has kind of an interesting story, one of which is the color combo with the red and the ivory interior was one of 49 cars built the year that this car was manufactured. Now, in addition to that, Benson bought this car in a bring-a-trailer transaction. Benson was local to where the car was, so the pictures weren't the greatest and it didn't present the best on bring-a-trailer, so he went to check the car out in person. Now, it had some corrosion issues because it came from somewhat of a salty environment, but they were all surface issues, and while they didn't photograph well, the car was rock solid, and they enabled Benson to pick this car up for the very low sum in the world of NSXs, 39 grand. Now, one of the things that we really enjoy about these videos, and one of the things that is not so prevalent on YouTube, is that we could cite statistics, we could cite facts, we could cite a number of interesting information about the car, but what nobody on YouTube tells you is how the car feels. So now, I'm going to take it for a drive. So this is the Acura NSX. First impressions?
I love this car. I mean, why would you want this car?
It is more exotic than a Ferrari based purely on production numbers. With Honda reliability, which doesn't really go hand in hand with a supercar or an exotic or anything along those lines. I do like the ivory interior.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know I have a thing about light colored interior. You know.
It's low.
Yes. I mean, what I fell in love with when it comes to this NSX, it's the purpose for which it's built.
Correct.
It's built as a Ferrari.
And the car, the car inspired the McLaren F1. I mean, it doesn't get any more. It doesn't get any cooler than that.
No, it can't. I mean, you know, we're both between 5'8" and 5'10".
Yeah.
And for a 1992, it has an incredible amount of space. Like, I am comfortable, I'm stretched out, and you know, my seat moved back a little bit still.
So the car redlines at 8,000 RPMs, and we've already been driving around a little bit, and we've already shot the rolling shots that you all will see interdispersed in the video.
Right.
But the car has just some incredibly long legs. And then it being mid-engine, the weight transfer is very, very interesting. We've gone around a few turns, we've gone through a few turns, and just the
weight transfer of the car is not something that you feel in a front-engined or even a rear-engined car.
Well, I was the chaser.
Yeah.
And looking at you go around the corner, you could see the balance. You could see that the car wasn't fishtailing. The car was just where you wanted it to be.
So,
and that was quite cool to look at, actually.
You want to go fast?
Why? Yeah.
And that's all the faster we're going to go. Because I took all that to get out of first gear.
Yeah.
And first gear goes approximately 40-45 miles an hour. And that sound is tremendous.
It's amazing. It's amazing sound.
So clutch is light, clutch grabs at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're getting ready to drive it too.
Yeah. So think Mustang, huh?
It's a little more delicate than a Mustang.
Okay.
But like the experience is fantastic. Honestly, the looks you get are fantastic.
Oh yeah, the view is incredible.
You can tell you're in something exotic, honestly.
But not just that, you could tell you're in something classic. I mean, this is a 1992, so some of the normal safety features that a later model car would have, this does not have. However, it gives you a feeling of space. It gives you a feeling of comfort, and for as small and as low as this car really is, you really don't feel that way.
And really what gets me is that this car is still very exotic.
Oh yeah.
And so having said all of that, it was built in 1992.
It's a 30-year-old car. I mean, we say it's a 92 model, but remember they always release right around September 91.
The look of the car, though, doesn't have early 90s lines anywhere on it.
It held up great.
And every time we go to Caffeine and Octane, there's always 3 NSXs that come together. They're all red.
Mm-hmm.
And they are always parked in exotic row, and they are always drawing the attention. If you were growing up during this time period, you want one. If you were growing up in the 2000s, you want one. If you are 16 years old and you just got your license in 2021,
you want one.
You want one.
Or you should.
It is just that incredible of a car. It was on every little kid's wall then and now. It's an NSX.
It's a fun car.
It's an NSX.
It's a fun car.
It goes 80 miles an hour in second gear.
Yeah.
Wild. It's a Honda.
Great gas mileage.
And
I mean,
and inexpensive oil changes.
Like, it's the best of both worlds. This is one car Honda knocked out of the park, in my humble opinion.
I think they did more than knock it out of the park, my friend. And so here we are. Shut your door again.
Yeah, I'm not locked properly.
Here we are in the Acura. Kind of get a feel for it when you let that clutch out and make sure you stay very clear of that
far
curb.
from that curb.
Yes. Oh wow, the passenger cubby is a lot more open than the driver's.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's very eerie. Sounds great.
It sounds great.
Yep.
It just grabs at the top. There it goes. And the shifter feels like a Honda.
Mm-hmm. It's not too much of a pull or anything.
Precise and your wipers are right there.
Here?
Nope, here.
Oh, 40. I'm pressing everything.
Okay.
Oh, regular.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
My bad.
On the rain's coming, I can't.
I know.
Whip it the way I would love to.
But you're still driving it.
I'm still driving an NSX. It's a bucket list,
It is.
But as I said, the comfort and the responsiveness, So what if it's raining, you know?
They say never meet your heroes, and I've driven one before, but you've not.
No, I've never.
And so we say that a lot in a lot of the car videos that we shoot, where we just drive around and we have a conversation about cars. But this car is a testament as to maybe you should meet your heroes. See, feel that weight transfer?
Oh yeah.
Feel how flat the car is?
I mean, I just dropped gear because of, you know, trying not to.
Go ahead and give it a little poke, but not a big poke. No, dude, you need to be in second, because that's fourth.
I know, but it's still fun. Listen to that.
I know. The sounds, the feels, the vibrations, there is nothing
Like it right now.
electronic or simulated about this experience at all. And it's just a beautiful thing. I said that one of the things that we enjoy about these videos is the fact that we get to tell people how they feel. And we have had the privilege of driving a lot of cars that are very analog. But so far, this is certainly the most... there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Clutch is tricky though.
Yes, I saw that. I moved a little bit too fast. But the funny thing is, usually you'd feel a jump. It still had a smooth transition.
It did have a smooth transition, and where that might have broken a Ferrari, we're still moving.
They're still moving. I was expecting, like, dang, I let off the clutch a little bit too early. I was expecting that jerk, but nothing came. And I'm still in second. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
So when was the last time you were in a car that felt like this?
Never.
That's what I thought.
Never.
That's what I thought.
Not like this.
So the M cars are incredibly good, and we've shot with E36 M3. We've shot with the M Coupe. We have some more very cool cars coming your way that fall along their German lineage. Go ahead and take one more lap. And we have some more exotics coming your way as well. But this is just different. I mean, it's completely different.
This is fun.
It's fun.
That's what it is. Fun.
And the idea that we are in more or less an exotic car right now is really difficult to comprehend.
Yeah.
And so, folks, I said it once and I'm going to say it again. If you're in the market for an NSX, I suggest you buy it now.
Oh, you need to.
Yes, because they're only going up in value, and the price he paid for this one, you would be hard-pressed to find another at the same price.
And so that is the Acura NSX, a car that brings a blend of performance, exotic looks, and a level of reliability that can't be matched in anything else that even comes close. So, another performance exotic, perhaps worth considering. These cars are only going up in value, so if you're in the market for something like this, you might want to move soon. So, thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button at the bottom of your screen. We'll talk to you soon.